well, insurance fraud is back. I mean, it's a staple. You can't really.
The Saints Row reboot is just over a month away from release, and today IGN has your first look at several of the criminal ventures you'll be able to undertake
so I'm
as you
assuming
look
this
to
is
become the crime boss of Santa
to take over everything.
including the return of series favorite insurance fraud. Volition lead producer Roger Smith answered my questions about all the new activities, so I'll mix in what he told me as well. For instance, Smith told me that this time around, quote, criminal ventures allow the player to choose which venture they'd like to pursue and where they would like to place it. It allows the player to have control over how they'd like to take over the city and how they'd like for it to look. Some players may find that placing a venture within a certain district gives them a distinct advantage depending on its associated activity. Some may find they simply prefer how a venture looks within a certain district, end quote. I also learned that each completed venture generates passive income for you, which you'll need because later ventures get a lot more expensive. Also, when you complete them, you'll earn venture-specific allies to guard each spot if trouble comes to town. Let's take a look at a few specific criminal ventures.
It's kind of interesting, but...
My favorite Saints Row activity of all time is back. Yes, insurance fraud. For the Saints Row reboot, Volition has added an adrenaline mode, which Smith explains triggers after you build up your adrenaline meter.
What are you talking about?
Smith explains saying, quote, once the adrenaline is full, the player enters adrenaline mode. This is where colliding with an oncoming vehicle results in it literally blowing up. The meter starts to run
that's something else. Okay, I was going to say, we've always had that mode. Hold up, what?
Continue to rack up the combos, end quote. And as you can see here, it looks as fun as ever.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, yeah, we always had that mode. Explosions. I mean, I guess it doesn't make a big deal, but I feel like this is more like how Saints Row 4 is, where you'll always be in the air, or we're like less grounded as like the first 3 were. I'm not against it, don't get me wrong. I'll be honest, a little hot take, but insurance fraud has never been one of my favorites.
Say hello to toxic disposals. The aforementioned Roger Smith from the Saints Row development team told me that this activity can get very stressful very quickly. Here's how he explained it. Quote, there isn't any initial pressure since the player never receives an explicit timer. However, there can be a lot of traffic and lunatic drivers mixed in with it. You never know what some of the knucklehead motorists of Santo Ileso might do in a moment of panic or impatience. Additionally, the stability of the toxic waste barrels is extremely volatile. Therefore, even if you bump into something inconsequential, it can cause one of the barrels to explode and start spilling waste. Once that happens, the pressure is on to get to the drop-off with the gas pedal floored. Even if you slow down by 1 mile per hour, it'll cause the volatility of the barrels to increase and leading you to losing more of your load, end quote. Sounds like it should lead to some very chaotic gameplay moments.
It is not that big of a deal, this one. I mean, I guess. I mean... I don't know, this just feels like delivery. It's like in every free roam game mission, you know, where you go to point A, point B, make sure you don't crash anything, or... It's cool that we have toxic waste plants, that's cool.
Hell yeah, just leave it right there, boss. Those orders keep rolling in. I'll update the map with all the new locations.
Is it safe to have all that toxic waste just out there in the city?
Oh no, not at all. That stuff can turn people into radioactive homicidal maniacs. Be careful out there.
What happens when radiation and people mix in Saints Row? This.
Oh, God,
Smith told me that you won't see any mutants or crazy beasts, but that radiated bad guys will act quite a bit more aggressively than the ones who don't make your Geiger counter frequent. They're also a lot tougher.
That's actually really cool. Oh, I thought they were gonna turn into zombies or something like that. That's actually really cool. I like that. Radioactivity messes up your head. You go a little crazy. That's cool.
Right, future.
I'm losing barrels here.
Well, you better step on it then.
I'm on my way.
Oh, I see what I mean now. You break. Oh, okay, I get it.
Clearly, the food truck activities are going to be the gameplay equivalent of having your hand in a pot of water that slowly starts to boil. Things will heat up. I asked Smith just how high the temperature will get, and he said, quote, "It gets intense in terms of the number of enemies you fight, especially when you get to the final phase of each pursuit. However, it doesn't ramp up to the point of tanks coming after you. The food truck is durable, but not exactly Brinks truck durable."
The traffic in town moves through 4 trucks. Weenie.
Okay, so
Christy,
that commercial
Sammy,
that we saw
and
in
the
the last, it was
Nothing
not
a few
for.
rockets and a Molotov can't
It's
fix.
for this
True.
mission. I thought they
Or
would bring
we
back
could steal each
food,
truck
which
and all its product and put it to
it was
work
kind of a
for us.
long
Even
shot,
better.
but
Where do these guys roll?
I've got Jimmy following the king right now. I'll put you in touch.
Hey, it's Jimmy, right?
Yeah. Good to see you, boss.
What's the king moving today?
Lower dust. They just
What?
Full.
You see any muscle?
That's
A
back?
dozen guys, a few cars.
I'll take it from here. Go see if Chewie needs help.
Are the Samis a thing here?
Here we go.
Wow.
That's right.
I'm not against the health bars, but I don't know. Did they ever reference that they're gonna take it off?
Hey, Chewie.
Or like have the
driving home
option
with the
to?
king.
Oh, yeah. That's Lakeshore money. All those bankers and brokers are gonna make us rich.
Oh no, I feel what I feel. I know. Yeah, I'm stuttering. I understand
Okay,
what
boss.
this is gonna
Bring in
be.
the king and finish his crew. We gotta lock this place down tight.
I mean, some of these look interesting. I hope it's not super repetitive, because it does have the opportunity to be a very repetitive type game, where it's gonna be mostly doing this instead of having a full-on story. I could be very wrong, but I'm just saying
Who
it
wears the
is
crown
possible.
now, king?
Here it is, the world premiere grand opening at Jim Rob's garage. The service center has all the tools you need to customize your ride, and if you see a car out there with something you like, bring it on in. Now that we're in business, let's talk shop.
Hey, JR, if we're short on parts, why don't we just steal them? We could run a little chop shop here.
Now that would save us a pretty penny. I need some parts for a hammerhead. How about you get me one of those?
First, Jim Robs is officially my favorite name for any of the fake businesses in Saints Row. Second, we've got a wingsuit. Smith assured me that it's available from the very moment the player is in the open
It replaces
world,
the parachute.
and that, quote,
It's cool.
there will be different wingsuit skins that the player can purchase and or earn, end quote.
Okay.
So there you have it, your first good look at 4 of the criminal ventures available to you in Saints Row. We've got a lot more to show you about this game ahead of its August 23 release date, including our extensive hands-on preview coming to IGN next week.
What? We're gonna see. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna see like an actual gameplay. Okay. Okay. So this is kind of interesting, you know. Like I stated, this can be something very repetitive, and that is my main concern about this. It's cool that we're gonna be building up an empire, and I really like that because you know something new, something original, and I'm excited. But like I stated, it could be very repetitive, and if that's the case, it could be a real downfall about this. I am down to do all those activities, especially insurance fraud. Even though I'm not a big fan of it, I'm glad to see a classic come back. But you know, it's a very sketchy thing to think about. But I don't know. We'll see next week when we actually see more gameplay about this. But so far, it looks interesting, but it is very worrisome. But I don't know. Tell me in the comments down below, how do y'all feel about the criminal ventures that they showed us here. Are you excited about it? Are you a little iffy about it like I am? I would like to know. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm out. Deuces.